Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Coming with Season 3's update in Modern Warfare 2, we are finally, at long last, going to see Gunfight debut. Of course, a few years back with Modern Warfare 2019, we first saw Gunfight release this 2v2 mode on special, unique, small maps. Definitely a very fresh feeling and fun mode, and personally, one of my favorites that we've seen recently. And everyone is very excited, very much so looking forward to it here in MW2, especially considering it was technically the first mode confirmed for post-launch content within MW2. Way back at like the start of 2022, Infinity Ward confirmed, yeah, Gunfight's coming post-launch. We all assumed that meant Season 1, then that came and went, didn't happen. Season 2 came and went, didn't happen. We finally got confirmation Gunfight is coming in Season 3, and today we actually are going over some brand new leaks and rumors regarding the Gunfight update as a whole. We actually have new intel on some of the map names for things that could be coming there over the course of this season, next season, and beyond. I also want to talk a bit more about what the Gunfight update brings to the table for future seasonal updates too. So first things first, as always, when it comes to leaks and rumors like this, especially data mine stuff, code names and whatnot, this stuff is all subject to change. So take everything here with a grain of salt. Just because it's in the files now does not mean it's all going to come right at a certain point in time. It doesn't mean it's going to come to the game ever. You know, it could potentially be scrapped or altered in some way, shape, or form. So just keep that in mind. I got to give the usual spiel and breakdown whenever we talk about leaks and rumors, right? But this information is courtesy of Task Force Leakers over on Twitter. They've been very active when it comes to all sorts of data mining and leaking for some future updates here in MW2, Warzone 2, and DMZ. And here's what we have in terms of Gunfight intel. We've got a handful of map names that were found in the files. So first up, this one, curiously enough, the very first one we get to is very interesting because it's a familiar code name. This is MP_Mountain Town. Now, conveniently enough, Mountain Town was also found in the game files a while back with a different denomination, I believe, and it was referencing favela from, obviously, MW2 2009. Now, this has been a rumored map for some time to be returning to Modern Warfare 2, either year 1 here or in year 2 with like the whole expansion pack, right? And so it'd be really interesting to see if potentially we'd get favela as a gunfight map first, and then later on down the line we'd get favela as a 6v6 map for just core multiplayer. So that one in specific is very interesting. We also have MP_Alley. I mean, I feel like that is a code name. Obviously all of these are code names for what it's worth, but pretty self-explanatory. This one probably takes place in a back alley of some kind, maybe in like a downtown area. For what it's worth too, you'll notice as we get through some of these names, they might sound a bit familiar. We could see several gunfight maps based on other maps in the game already, whether it's other 6v6 maps, ground war maps, or even Al Mazrah, or maybe Ashika Island could be pretty interesting too. So we'll talk more on that here in a bit. This next one we have MP_Black Site 2. This very well could be like the interior of one of the black sites that we already have available in Warzone on Al Mazrah, or it could just have a similar name. We're not too sure on that one. After that, MP_Canal. Again, I feel like that's relatively self-explanatory. You're just in some kind of canal environment there. We also have MP_Exhibit. This one kind of seems, you know, to reference like a museum of some kind. Honestly, how cool would it be if there was a gunfight map that took place in the museum from the MW2 like post-credit map there with all like the figurines and stuff that you could press the red button and they'd all come to life? That would be awesome. I don't think that's what that is, but that's me wishfully thinking, right? We've got MP_Lounge. So again, kind of self-explanatory. This one is particularly interesting. MP_Mercado. Now, obviously, Mercado is already a location in the game. It's a map that we have in several areas between Mercado Los Alamos and 6v6, and then also the ground war variant as well. So this could be Mercado reused yet again as a gunfight map. Maybe it's just like that middle lane there. I could see that certainly happening. So we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. We also have MP_Penthouse. Once more, pretty self-explanatory. Could be any given penthouse. Maybe it's one from like one of the areas in the campaign. Maybe it's something else found elsewhere. We've got MP_Studio. Perhaps could be like a movie studio of some kind, something similar to that. MP_Theater. Once more, very self-explanatory. This one might be a bit familiar. MP_Tokyo. Of course, when we covered the initial map leaks that we had from Task Force leakers the other day, Tokyo also appeared there. So this could very well be a new map that is slated for 6v6 gameplay, but then also reused and repurposed as a gunfight map as well. I won't lie, as cool as some of the maps could be here, I really hope we see a lot of unique gunfight maps rather than just things being reused from other maps. Anyways, moving on here, we also have MP_Torn. I'm not too sure what that one could be. MP_Tower 2, and then finally MP_Trauma. Maybe that one's based in like an ICU or a hospital or something like that, similar to how we had like the hospital locations back on Verdansk and whatnot. So we've already got a handful of gunfight maps presumably in the files as is, and as mentioned, some of them seem a bit more obvious than others, but a decent map selection. You might recall that throughout the database breach leaks that we've covered previously, then also the devs themselves, we know for a fact every single seasonal update and maybe even the mid-season updates are going to bring with them new gunfight maps every single season. So there's going to be a lot of continuous content specifically for the gunfight mode, but based on its history as well, we can also expect a decent amount of other things to happen for this game mode too. And as we get into this conversation, quick reminder, if you're new here on a daily basis, I got you covered with all things going on in COD, whether it's news, updates, leaks, loadouts, you name it, it is all right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. And if you guys enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well, would be really appreciated. Now, as of the time that I'm recording this video, we don't have any specific details on gunfight gameplay for this year, if it's going to be 2v2 or 3v3 off the bat, but we do know for a fact that in the past, we've seen both variants there. We've also even seen 1v1 variants there as well. So I would not be surprised whatsoever if gunfight initially launches as, let's just say 2v2 for example, but then with a new update, we end up seeing some 3v3 action and ultimately some 1v1 action as well. That seems pretty standard now and definitely gives you some diversity with that gameplay, just because things will feel a bit different whether you have an extra teammate or one less teammate with those specific matches. Something that I am incredibly excited for and really looking forward to and hoping that they're going to return also is the gunfight tournaments. These back in MW 2019 and Cold War were phenomenal. Being able to dive in, compete in that bracket style tournament, get that special blueprint for the season, I thought that was awesome. It gives you a reason to play. You get that special rare blueprint. I loved the gunfight tournaments, and I'm really hoping that with gunfight returning, so does that aspect. I mean, that just gives players another thing to potentially try and grind out in one of these lengthier seasons where obviously it's fun for a couple of weeks and then you complete the stuff and you might not have too much incentive to actually jump on and play. That would give you a reason to jump on and go for that blueprint. Or if you're just a competitive person, you like to play in those tournaments, I really hope those return. We've also seen various different like holiday and seasonal updates for Gunfight 2, whether it be Halloween based or like the snowball fight gunfight variant that we had a while back. There's a lot of various little updates that Gunfight itself could receive that separates it more from the main game, that do spice things up, make things feel a little bit more fresh here and there. So there's a lot of potential here. I, for one, obviously am very excited for Gunfight to debut. As we get any new information here or on any of the other Season 3 updates, you guys already know I'm gonna have you covered with all that, so stick it here for that stuff. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. That is effectively going to wrap things up for today. That is everything we currently have on the Gunfight update for Modern Warfare 2. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.